world. Last week on Barry's Joypad, Barry saved the world between lunch and dinner by doing all the Mortal Kombat moves in just 15 seconds. A feat so amazing that Sonya Blade, Liu Kang and Johnny Cage escaped from the game. Now they are loose in Barry's pad, and Barry must prepare to do battle, but he'll still have to cope with his game's reviewing prisoners who will turn their attentions to Aladdin, the game's mistress who is still at large with her tips and cheats, the videators who will reveal their wisdom, and all the while the memory of his big night out at the Nintendo party is fresh in his mind. But now, back to Barry's Joypad, where the self-confessed king of early evening entertainment is waiting. Let's hear it for Big Boy Barry.
Well, this is a pain in the neck.
Barry, you don't think that those Mortal Kombat people are gonna come and do their death moves on us, do you?
Oh, maybe.
But aren't you gonna do it?
Yes! I'm gonna see what new games my reviewers have been looking at this week.
Reviewers,
Oh, sorry, Barry. What can I do for you, mate?
I've decided that life down in your basement
Prison has been a bit too cushy lately, so I'm adding 50 years to each of your sentences. Now review me a couple of games.
I'll tell you what, how about a trip down memory lane with Kombat 3 from System 3 for the Super Nintendo. Now, a lot of you probably won't remember this from the first time round, but this is a really, really old coin-op. You can control this foul-mouthed, big-nosed little blob as he jumps around a series of pyramids, changing the colour of each. Pete, what do you think to the graphics, mate?
Well, the graphics are about as nice as they can be when they've got the game basically with the chap with the big nose and a lot of cubes around. Sound effects are alright, the tunes are quite pleasant, all these animated backgrounds and things, but otherwise it's a little old-fashioned, really.
And Rad, is the playability dated at all?
Well, it's really dated with age quite badly. It used to be quite an enjoyable but simplistic arcade game, and nowadays it just hasn't stood the test of time. The control system's really awkward as well, so that tends to make it a bit of a downer. And all in all, it's a bit of a disappointment.
A bit of a mistake there, I think. System 3, an old game, just doesn't make it this day and age. I'd give it about 65%, but then again, I'm rotten like that. Comes to being cooped down here, doesn't it, Barry?
Come on, move on, give me the next one.
Well, you like this one, Barry, 'cause it's all about food, you fat so-and-so. Well, this is Out to Lunch from Mindscape for the Super Nintendo, and in it you control a cute little fella in a white hat called Pierre le Chef. He's out across the world, Jamaica, Italy, you name it, to collect a load of errant food which has escaped from his fridge. No chance of any getting away from you, is there, Barry? Pete, what do you think to the graphics, mate? Culinary delights?
The graphics are excellent. It's a very little marketplace of little foods running around. I get hungry just thinking about it. The tunes are excellent, the animation is wonderful. This little chef with these little net chasing all these things about. Lots of strange fungal diseases on some of these fruits, so a bit odd there. Otherwise, very nice.
Well, it certainly looks alright. Rad, does it taste as good as it looks?
Well, Out to Lunch is quite refreshing when you first start playing it. It's fairly original, but as the game progresses, nothing new really happens, and it starts getting really, really samey. After a while, you just get bored of the whole thing, so I couldn't really recommend it that strongly.
Oh dear. Pete, what do you think for the score, mate?
Well, I completely disagree with him over there. I'm sorry, this is a very, very good game. Take no notice of him. 92%.
Well, Barry, you are the missing Link, and Link has now appeared for the Game Boy in Link's Awakening. It's a conversion, well, not a conversion as much as a shrinking of the Super Nintendo game, and it's a massive RPG, probably the biggest you're ever going to get for a handheld. Pete, what does it look like?
Well, it looks like Zelda, yes it does. You've had Zelda on the NES, Zelda on the SNES, and now we've got Zelda on the Game Boy. It's almost identical, really, as near as it can be with the technical limitations. Very good graphics, sounds, everything is absolutely tops. Good game.
Blimey. Rad, how's it play?
It's absolutely excellent. It's got all the feel of the original Super NES games and the very original NES games. There's loads and loads of puzzles to solve, and there's all the people to meet, all the objects to get. It's a huge game that will take ages to complete. It's really hard. It's definitely worth looking for.
So if it's that good, what would you score it at?
Well, it's very different from a lot of stuff that's on the Game Boy now, and due to its quality, I'd have to give it 94.
Thanks, reviewers. Oh, and send all the games up to me. I want to check them out for myself.
Come here, baby. Put your head back. That's it.
I've got some cake for him.
Look, baby, I told you before. Cucumbers are no good. Always use wagon wheels, okay?
I'm sorry, Barry. Leslie, could you hold Barry's cucumber, please?
Yes.
What's that racket? Oh, I bet it's that game. Ever since I moved into my pad, she's been nothing but trouble.
Games Mistress, can I play against just the end of level baddies in Mazing Wars on the Mega Drive? Because the other parts were a bit boring.
Well, let me see. Go to the options screen, select the sound test and choose number 18. Then put the sound effect test on 72. Press start and the game will now start on one end of level baddie mode, missing out the normal game you seem to have so many problems with. There you go. I hope that satisfied you.
What's that smell? Oh, Leslie, you stink! You could try having a bath once in a while.
Mortal Kombat, this was unsettling!
What? Leslie, you are babbling. I can't understand what you're saying.
It was Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. They pinned me down, and then Liu Kang came along and did a Chinese bird and still on me.
Leslie, you're pathetic. Sometimes I don't even know why I put up with you. Maybe I should get myself a new flatmate. Someone, for example, like this week's contender for the Hall of Fame.
Hi, my name's Charlie Rogers and my Hall of Fame is on Super Mario World. I am going to get the highest score on Yoshi's Island 2 in 2 minutes. Pick up the shell and throw it at the Koopas because it will give you lots of points. Try to get the toadstools because if you do, it will make you bigger and give you extra lives. Try to get Yoshi because he'll protect you from the enemies. Let Yoshi eat the fruits because if he eats 10 it will give you an extra toadstool. You'll get lots of points if you collect the dragon coins. Try to go up the secret beanstalk because there will be lots of extra coins. Don't bother going down the pipe because this wastes valuable time. Yes! Yes! Great, I got 48,800.
If you can do better or want to set a challenge for the Hall of Fame, write to this address. Hall of Fame, P.O. Box 91, London East 14, 9GT.
So Barry, that's 48,800 on Yoshi's Island 2 in 2 minutes and no one's gonna beat that.
Okay, you say you're attacked by these characters who escaped from Mortal Kombat. Tell me exactly what happened.
Oh, well, I'm not a snitch, Barry. You know I'm not a snitch. But there was 3 of them, and the big one, the woman one with the long hair, she had me seated, and she's only picking on me because I'm wearing short trousers, and I want you to do something about it.
No! Besides, I feel very lazy today. Anyway, after all the excitement of saving the world last week, my games playing knowledge has been sadly neglected. As you know, I need to keep well ahead of current developments. Well, Charlene, get the news video, will you?
I'll get it for you, buddy. I'll get it. No, it's my time.
After all, I have a reputation to think of.
Oh, here it is.
Ah, here it is. The latest news bulletin from the Barry's Joypad news reporters. Shove it in the machine, Charlene.
Let me do it.
Going.
Oh.
If you're losing your faith in CD software, then feast your eyes on the future. Philips CDI is the first fully interactive CD unit available, and their latest games releases are like nothing you've ever seen before. What was that? I thought I heard something. Oh, it's only the seventh guest. Virgin's stunning graphic adventure now on CD. Set in a spooky old English mansion, you must solve puzzles in order to escape the clutches of an evil spirit. Neighborhood Watch was never this much fun. Voyeur is digital video at its very best. Armed with your camcorder, you must collect enough evidence to convict corrupt politicians, and some of the evidence is quite revealing. If your thumbs need a rest after all that game playing, then you can sit back and relax with the latest video. Chucks away and hurrah for CDI! Hang on, what's this? It's Cliffhanger, the game of the Sylvester Stallone film, out next month for the Super Nintendo. This is your chance to play the muscular mountaineer as you'll fight crazed terrorists through 7 levels. You'll have to pit your wits against snipers and kung fu experts before you fight the evil Quaylen. And finally, Sonya Blade, Johnny Cage and Liu Kang have escaped from Mortal Kombat. They were last seen in the vicinity of Barry's Joypad, heading for the kitchen. They are unarmed and very dangerous.
The kitchen? Quick, Charlene, get me my mini surveillance monitor. Good grief, it's true. They are in the kitchen and they're raiding my fridge. Oh, that's it. I don't mind them escaping from Mortal Kombat. They're more than welcome to practice their ninja arts in my bedroom, but when it comes to raiding my fridge, that's when I get mad.
Wow, look at this. We're in heaven.
Yeah, this
Oh,
stuff is
yeah,
good.
look at that.
Unhand my banana.
Ah, tough guy, huh?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Shut up, Leslie.
Will Liu Kang bend Barry's banana? Will Johnny Cage crush his kiwi fruit? Has Sonya Blade cut and run? Stay tuned, we'll be back.
Tonight on Paradise Beat.
Welcome back to Barry's Joypad, where 3 characters from Mortal Kombat are on the loose. They're about to tear our hero limb from limb until covered in blood. With his guts trailing from his body like some long, gory stream, he breathes his last agonized breath.
No one touches my food.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. You want to bet that, Joy?
No, Leslie! Back, Leslie! Ah!
Double.
Fatality.
Oh!
Hello, big boy. The man of my dreams. At last we've met.
Yeah. Hold that thought, Sonia. I have work to do. Reviewers, games, please.
Well, Barry, as it's you, this is the last one, but don't mess with me, alright? Well, this one's Aladdin for the Sega Mega Drive from Sega themselves, and it's written by Virgin and their old favourite Dave Perry, the guy behind Cool Spot. And once again it uses the well-used platform scene as the player controls Aladdin and takes him across deserts, cityscapes, in search of the lamp and the elusive genie. Pete, what do you think it looks like?
The graphics are movie quality, which isn't really surprising considering them being worked on by Disney's own animators. The way the main character walks and runs and jumps is absolutely stunning. The backgrounds are good. The sound is alright, it's nothing special, but it does add to the gameplay. And what can I say about the game with the big trousers? I love it.
Well, in our time down here, we've certainly got used to big trousers. Rad, do they make any difference to the gameplay?
Well, on the ideas front, there isn't a lot new in Aladdin that you wouldn't really have seen before in 3 or 4 different platform games, but it's very, very well done. It moves very fluidly. The control system's great, the collision detection's great, there's lots of action, loads going on, plenty of little puzzles to solve as well. It makes it very, very enjoyable indeed. And I have to say, yeah, it is, whilst not the most original of platform games, certainly one of the top ones out at the moment.
Well, there's no doubt that Aladdin looks really, really good. Graphically, it's of cartoon quality, and Disney themselves should be very, very pleased with it. But it's another platformer, and not a very original one at that. Still, enjoy it for what it is. That's a fun platform game, and I still think it's worthy of about 93%.
Sonia, you are a very special lady. I really mean that.
And you, Barry, are a very special guy. When you're at the controls of Mortal Kombat, I feel like I can do anything. That's why I had to escape, so I could meet you for real.
Well, that's understandable. But, what about them?
Oh, they just sneaked out when I wasn't looking.
Wow, in all my games playing life, I have never seen a cheat like that before. Maybe one of these will be almost as good.
Is there a cheat on Black Hole Assault on the Mega CD?
So, you want to cheat for Black Hole Assault on the Mega CD, eh? Can't think why. But here's a great cheat anyway. On the name selection screen, enter your name as Muteki. That's M-U-T-E-K-I. Exit the screen. Now, select Operation BHA. Enter your name again as Muteki. When you start playing, you'll be totally invincible, just like me.
Joypad 3 on the Super NES is very great. I can't get past level 8.
Well, if you want to hop around as a little orange ball with a big nose, that's your problem, but I'll stick to my money, thank you very much. Anyway, to find the secret level warp, on the title screen, highlight the options and then press start. As soon as you enter the options, push B 8 times. Now, when you start the game, you'll be warped straight to level 11. Mind you, if you couldn't get this far by yourself, you're not going to get much further, are you?
Is there any way to get extra lives for Mick and Mac on the Mega Drive?
Now, let me seek through my Persian wisdom. Ah, yes. What you have to do is press A 3 times, B 3 times, and C 4 times. Then press B and A. Every time you do this, you get an extra life. Kids, make that a perfect life.
Barry, none of the Videators is a patch on you.
Of course. Look, Sonia, it's been lovely having you here and all, but I'm afraid you're just going to have to go back.
But Barry, I love you. I want to stay with you forever.
Well, I have to spread myself around. Anyhow, I've got loads and 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 loads of work to do. See, Charlene, look what I did just the other day.
Good evening, Mr. Big Boy Barry. It's nice to have you.
Thank you, my man. The Nintendo launch, please. The word was out that Nintendo were having a bash at a rather spectacular building called the Ark. Party animals were asked along. They must have started without me. There were TV presenters, comedians,
hello, mate. Great job. How you doing? I'm gonna go. See you soon.
pop stars,
Jesus, Joe. Oh, favourite guy of mine, Barry. See you soon, mate.
soap stars,
How are you? How you doing?
and Billy Bragg.
Billy Bragg, mate. Listen, I've got a question for you.
Ask me.
Do you think there's a future for democratic socialism in modern Britain today?
Yeah, I do actually. Straight enough.
Really? Anyway, I've got to go now.
I
See
know.
you later.
Good to see you.
Mario, I found to be a very understanding person. We were gathered together to watch the new Rick Mail adverts
Next time you're Rick Mail, why not try?
and play some of their hottest games.
Oh, come on, not tonight, guys. Oh, for God's sake.
In the end, I went off to a Barry Boogie and found some very interesting partners. Well, out of one party and into another. This is where I say goodnight.
Okay, Barry. I appreciate you're busy. So here's the deal. Why don't I challenge you to a game of Mortal Kombat? And if you win, I go. And if I win, I stay.
That sounds fair enough to me.
And I have one more little request.
Yes?
I want to do battle with the games, mistress.
Well, I'd love to help you out and everything, but I can never find a slippery woman. She could be anywhere.
I've got a really strange little tip here for flashback on the Mega Drive. You can make Conrad walk through walls, but only if you take my advice. Make him stand with his back to the wall, hold the fire button and tap the joypad in the direction he's facing. Immediately, reverse the pad towards the wall and release the fire button, and as if by magic, he'll be through the wall. I hear there are still players getting a bit stuck on Ranger X on the Mega Drive, even after all the help I gave you a few weeks ago. Well, as ever, I have more to give. Pause the game and quickly press up, then down 3 times. C, B, A, right, and finally left. Now, press A to advance a frame, B to jump to the boss, and B when fighting the boss to skip to the next level. I think that's Ranger X completely sorted now.
Where is she? Oh, God. Leslie, Charlene, untie them. Okay, Sonia, I'm ready to send you and your adversaries back into the game. Who do you want to be?
I'll be Johnny Cage, you be Liu Kang.
Get over here!
Go, Lou!
Johnny!
Go on, Lou!
Johnny! Come on, Johnny!
Go on, Lou! Yeah! Yeah!
Come on, Johnny!
Go on, Lou! There comes the finishing move!
Johnny!
Well, looks like I win. So it's back to the game for you.
Oh, I'm glad they've gone.
So am I.
Yes, Leslie, they're safely back in the game where they belong. What a lady that Sonia Blade is.
What you mean?
What a lady. I'm exhausted now, though.
Oh, well, I know just what you'd like. I'm going to cook you up the nicest meal of burger, sausage, eggs, bacon, fried slice, beans, chips, beans, chips, packet of Maltesers, bar of soap, some chips and some beans.
With an extra portion of chips and beans?
No, ain't got any of those.
Listen, Charlene, fighting Sonia Blade made me realise that I really need to brush up on my martial arts skills. Get me the yellow pages and find me the best martial arts instructor in the land.
Will Barry's life of pleasure and luxury be rudely interrupted by some earth-shattering and completely unexpected event?